Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Urvashi and today in this video I'm going to be talking about the Nakshatra of Magha or the lunar mansion of Magha. So this is the 10th Nakshatra in the series of Nakshatras. There are 27 Nakshatras in our zodiac belt. Our zodiac, the 12 zodiacs are further divided into smaller portions which are called Nakshatras. One zodiac has 30 degrees which is further divided into 13 degrees each that every nakshatra has. So we've already covered the first 9 from Aries to Cancer. We've covered the 9 nakshatras or the 9 lunar mansions, and because the moon tends to stay in one lunar mansion every day. So the moon covers the entire zodiac belt in a month and one lunar mansion in a day. So this is a very important part of astrology, as important as your zodiac ascendant or moon sign or sun sign is, because there are only 12 zodiacs, but you see so many variations in personalities. That is because of the difference in the nakshatras. That depends on which all planets are posited in which nakshatra. For instance, if you're a Cancer ascendant or a Cancer sun or a Cancer moon, your planet or your ascendant could be in Ashlesha, it could be in Pushya, or it could even be in Punarvasu. So these are 3 nakshatras that occupy or that cover the zodiac sign of Cancer, and all these 3 nakshatras show entirely different personalities. To understand that, you will have to watch the previous 3 videos that I've done on nakshatras. So today I'm talking about the nakshatra of Magha. And this nakshatra covers the first 13 degrees of the zodiac sign of Leo. So from 0 degrees of Leo to 13 degrees 20 minutes is the nakshatra of Leo. So if you have any important planets between 0 degrees to 13 degrees 20 minutes of or in Leo, then that planet is in the nakshatra of Magha. Any planet in Magha will get the traits of Magha, but especially if you have your moon, your sun, your ascendant, or even the ascendant lord in a nakshatra, that nakshatra becomes very important to you for your personality. But whichever planet is in any, of course all our planets are going to be in some or the other nakshatra, so that planet will pick up the trait of that nakshatra. So let's talk about Magha. There are a total of 27 nakshatras. We've covered 1/3 of them, the first 9. Now we are starting on the next 9. This is the first of the next 9 lot of nakshatras. The planet that rules this nakshatra is Ketu. We started with Ketu from Ashwini, and in Ashlesha we saw that Mercury rules Ashlesha as a planet, though the deities are different. For Ashlesha, the deities were the Nagas, the Sarpas. For Pushya was ruled by Saturn as a planet. Saturn ruled, but the deity that ruled Pushya or rules Pushya is Brihaspati. Similarly, for Magha, the planet that rules Magha is Ketu. The deity of this nakshatra are the Pitris or the ancestors. So the Pitris are our ancestors, and to understand better, it is the collective consciousness through which we have been evolving and growing, and a lot has been passed to us through our ancestors, through our traditions, and they are the presiding deities of this nakshatra. They protect this nakshatra, they guide this nakshatra. So the Pitris or the ancestors or the past becomes a very important theme in the nakshatra of Magha. So the first thing we understand from this is that these people are very traditional. They like to hold on to traditions, they like to hold on to the past, they like to hold on to the lineage, the ancestors, could be the ancestral name. All those themes become very important. So the family, the ancestral property, inheritances, these are major themes in the nakshatra of Magha. Not just this, anything related to the past. So depending on which planet is posited in Magha, the native would be interested in that kind of a thing related to the past. For instance, if Mercury is posited in Magha, the native may be interested in written, documented scriptures related to the past. If Ketu or the eighth lord is posited in Magha, the native could be interested in secret hidden knowledge related to the past, like occult and Tantra Vidya. If Mars is posited in the nakshatra of Magha, the native may be interested in, the political history of a nation, and may go into that kind of a study, take up that kind of a career. So depending on the planet which is posited in this nakshatra, the native would be interested in the kind of a knowledge related to that particular planet, but again related to the past. So history, archaeology, anything related to the past, antiques, collection of antiques, uh, heirlooms, things that you may have at home that your great great grandfather had. You would like to hold on to them. You would like to collect things from the past. Pre-independence days, like for Indians, we may want to hold on to things from pre-independence days, and uh, we may like to decorate our homes with such things, or be interested in history from those times, or archaeology. So these are the basic things. So it's basically tradition that becomes very important to such a native who has, especially if the moon is there, then one is very strongly connected to the family name, the sun, the moon, especially then the family name, ancestors, the grandfather, great grandparents. So one is more connected to that, and one tries to protect that, and take that as a legacy forward. Generally, even an ascendant in Magha, Donald Trump has his ascendant in Magha. So such people get good inheritances. They get good amount of property and wealth in inheritance. So Magha is strongly connected again to inheritances, things from the past, things that are going on in the family, something that your father had and he passes on to you. And these people are generally considered lucky. They are supposed to have done good deeds. That is why they are born in this nakshatra, and they get good things from the past coming in their lives in this life. So it's also seen wherever this nakshatra falls in your birth chart related to that house, you may have unexpected good things happening for you. Some ancestors in the form of people would come to help and support you and help you grow in that area of your life. But it is with the blessings of those ancestors that you will be getting that help in the form of a real person today, but with the blessings of the ancestors. So wherever this nakshatra falls in your chart, you could be getting unexpected blessings, people coming and helping you improve that area of your life, but it is with the blessings of the ancestors or the Pitris. So there's one mythological story regarding connected with this nakshatra. It is about Karan, who is the son of Kunti in Mahabharat. So once when Karan died and he'd gone to heaven, and all he was getting to eat in heaven was food of gold, golden. He was getting gold to eat. So after some time, Karan realized, this is weird. How am I going to eat this food? So he spoke to the people there and he said, how am I supposed to eat this food? So they were like, you donated a lot of gold when you were on earth, but you did not donate any food. You did not, respect your Pitris. You did not give food to the Pitris or offer food offerings to the Pitris. And that is why you offered gold. You gave gold in the form of help to needy people. That is why you're getting gold now. So Karan was like, I was not aware that I was supposed to do that. So he came back to earth. He was sent back to earth for 15 days, in which he then gave food in respect of his ancestors. And those 15 days are now celebrated as the Pitru Paksh, which comes in the month of September. So we have to remember it is important to respect our ancestors, our traditions, because they're like guardian angels. So the guardian angels will always be there as a part of this nakshatra, but they do not interfere as long as the native is doing well. But we will see, if you observe in your chart and in other charts, and you can, get back to me about this, that area of your life, unexpected help you could see happening or coming for you in the form of people around you. So now let's talk about the symbols related to this nakshatra. The first and most important symbol of this nakshatra is a palanquin. So a palanquin is like, in olden days, the kings and queens and the royal people were carried around from one place to the other when we did not have any, means of transport like we have today. So a palanquin was like a small carriage, and it was carried on the shoulders of other people. And so the royal people were carried in those carriages and transported to wherever they wanted to go. So that palanquin is a symbol of being royal, being rich, being powerful, because you are being carried on the shoulders of common people, and you have this carriage of your own, and you're not going to have to walk on the ground. You're being carried from one place to the other. So it's like a throne. So there is a regality, there is a royalty in the personality of these people, and they feel that they want fame, they want power, they want status, they want position, they have natural leadership, they are born like that. The status of a king or the status of a ruler comes very naturally to them, and they want to feel powerful, they want to lead, they make big plans, and they are very intelligent, they are wise, they can plan really well in order to achieve something. They are very brave, they are fearless where achievement is concerned. This nakshatra, you can connect this nakshatra to the zodiac sign of Leo. So all the qualities of Leo are very, very strongly connected to the nakshatra of Magha, and so they want to achieve. They make plans, they are good at planning, they are great at execution, and they have a strong drive. Because of this, we have seen that many a times these people get success where many other people would fail. So because of their strong drive, high level of confidence, wanting to reach the summit, wanting to lead, wanting others to look up to them, and being natural leaders, they get people to follow them. It is not very difficult for them to get people to follow them. They are straightforward, they are outspoken, and they are generally good people. They are not conniving, they are not clever. They want status, power, and they are clear about it. They aim for it, they work for it. They are brave enough not to pretend that they don't want it, and they go for it. And they are a good leader, they lead by example, and so they usually have a good following. So you will see a lot of these people in good, strong political positions. We have Donald Trump, he has his ascendant in Magha. Bill Clinton had his son in Magha. So these people, you will see them at very, very powerful positions. Even if they are not in politics, they would be interested in law and all the other subjects, like I just said, history, archaeology, political science, and they, in whatever they are doing in their field, they would want to lead. They would want to look like a leader, and they would take care of their group, whoever they are leading. So if you are working in the corporate sector and you are a Magha person and you have a sales team, you would take care of the interests of your group. So much so that if you see that somebody else is, negating your ideas, or is not, aligned to your ideas or your group or the way you function, the traditions you follow, or even as a family person, if you're a Magha person and you feel somebody else is negating your ideas, and you lead your family and you take care of your family like a king, they are like a king. They plan, they execute, they take care of their family. But if they feel somebody else is not aligned to this, then they can get really, really hot tempered. They do not like that. They can be, they can feel hateful towards such people. And then they are not afraid to defend their group. Then they'll fight. They are not offensive. They don't want to get into a fight. They want to lead. They want to achieve. So this, nakshatra has the motive of achieving worldly success. It's a very what motivates this nakshatra is arthic success. That is the motivation. So their aim is to achieve success, worldly success, wealth, fame, status, position, authority is what they crave. But like a king, they take care of their group, they take care of their family, whether it be their family, whether it be their tradition, whether it be their people in the office, they take care of them. And if they feel some other group or some other person is negating their group, then these people will go to war. Like a king, they will defend. And they will not initiate, they will not be offensive, but they will be great at defending. And even in war, let's suppose they are fighting, and then the other person accepts their mistake, then this person will let go. They will forgive. It's not like they have to finish the other person. They are not vindictive, but they are protective. So they don't talk much. They are quiet. They don't like frivolous talk, like a king, like Leo people are. And so many people would consider them arrogant, proud, snobbish. That is what people think of them. It's just that they don't like to get into small talk. They feel they will talk when their opinion matters somewhere, then they will share their opinion. They are regal in a way, they are royal in a way. So small talk is not for them. But when it comes to defend, they will defend. When it comes to war, they will fight. When it comes to, for instance, I was just reading about Bill Clinton. So I think he did have a few attacks on Iraq. That was like a defense for him. And then I have been following, Donald Trump, and he's quite outspoken about what he thinks. So there is no fear. There is a, there is a feeling that this person will be reactive if he feels danger is somewhere where his nation is concerned, where his policies are concerned. He is quite, reactive there. These people can be hot-tempered, and they can take very, very strong action. So it is because of that strong action they are considered great leaders. The other thing about this nakshatra is, see, Leo is the natural 5th house of the zodiac, and the 5th house is creativity. But in this nakshatra, there is a lot of creativity. There is a pull towards the past. There is a lot of sexual desire as well. So these people can either go towards extreme, fulfilling their sexual desires. So even that is a part of creativity, because procreation only, comes through that. So the sexual desires could be because of procreation, because they want to create. That is the natural tendency. But they can also go towards creativity or liberation of the soul, because the power of this nakshatra is about letting go of your physical body. So they have this power, and we see a lot of great yogis. For example, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, Paramahansa Yogananda, all these yogis had their, moon in Magha. So they have that capacity to go beyond the physical self and, go towards liberation. So, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi was the person who introduced transcendental meditation. So he was able to let go of the physical self and go beyond that. So that is the Shakti, or that is the power connected to this nakshatra. So creativity is very strongly etched. Of course, we all know procreation is also, of course, creativity. So the sexual drive is also there, but they are really great at creativity. So anything they do related to creativity. So they could be great, very spiritual. They could be very, very physically inclined, very, very materialistic, with very, very drastic actions. Because they talk less, because they are not very communicative, they don't do small talk, they are considered egoistic. They are sometimes considered arrogant. Their action is very drastic. They are sometimes considered cruel. They can act and take drastic action for protection, especially of their group, of their traditions, of their ideas and belief system. They can be so drastic that they can, without even intending to, or it could be intentional, they could end up hurting others. Then they are perfectionists. They want to achieve that top level. They want to be at the summit. They want to lead. They want to be known as leaders. So in that race, what they do is they are always analyzing their own actions. They are always finding faults with themselves, and they are always looking at the competitors who are competing with them, competing with their ideas, competing with them in their race for success. And they're looking at the competitors not in a positive way, sometimes in a negative way. So there can be a streak of hatred and jealousy also in this nakshatra. They're looking at their competitors, and they're also looking at their own actions, and they're not very happy about their actions, because they're thinking they've not done well enough, they've not done their best, because they want to be at the top, they want to do the best. So sometimes there's a lot of restlessness in this nakshatra because of that achievement, because of their attitude to achieve the top level, to lead. So there can be a lot of restlessness, there can be some amount of instability in this nakshatra. Then these people they are physically strong people, and they sometimes tend to think, not always, depending on the affliction on this nakshatra, depending on which planet is posited here and what dignity is the planet in this nakshatra. If the planet is afflicted, they can consider themselves higher beings, because there is a royalness in them. They feel they are the one that should be at the top. So they may feel they are superior to others. Their class, their caste, their group, their lineage, their tradition, they may feel that it is superior to others. So these are some of the negative sides of this nakshatra. They want to be served rather than serving. They'd like others to serve them, and they want their egos to be pampered. Like a true Leo, they would like flattery. They enjoy flattery. They enjoy being flattered and buttered and pampered, and they cannot take criticism. They cannot have their ideas negated. So that is something they just don't tolerate. But at the same time, they are loyal to their group, to their, whichever caste, class, family. They are very loyal. They are very generous. Like a king, like a Leo, they have a big heart, and they will go all out for that group. But to the others, the others may think these people are arrogant about their group, about their caste, their class, and that these people take too strong an action, and that these people can hurt, that they are too blunt, too straightforward. So these qualities are sometimes perceived as negative qualities. It's just that their ideas and their group and their class is very, very important to them, and for that they will do anything, any kind of action, and they're very protective, and they have a big heart. For those people who are in their group, they have a big heart. Typically, like a king, they would want to protect their group. They would want to protect the people in their kingdom. So it's like a kingdom for them. Their ideas, their kingdom is very important to them. So you people can give me feedback about this, but it is said the planet posited in this nakshatra, the houses that planet rules, past karmas related to those houses will play out in your life. So if you guys feel that has happened with you, do share that with me here. And like I said, the planet that is posited, the natural signification, and the houses that planet rules, the knowledge related to the past that planet rules, these things, these themes become very important. So that is all for now. I will be talking about the career for Magha Nakshatra people. I will be talking about the 4 padas, the 4 charans. I will be talking about the transit of the moon and the auspicious and inauspicious activities. I will be doing that in part 2 of this nakshatra. So for now, that is all. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.